This is the Suzuki S-Cross from 2016 onwards with the 3-cylinder 1 litre Boosterjet engine, and we're going to change the spark plugs, which on the face of it are hidden away and very difficult to find, but we'll show you how to find them and how to swap them. Okay, this is the view under the bonnet, and no sign whatsoever of any spark plugs. So what we'll do is, first of all, we'll remove the big engine cover that says Boosterjet on the top of it. See, it's simply held on with some press studs, and a good tug brings it off. Right, so now we've removed the cover, we can actually see the coil packs at the top of the spark plugs, which are here, here and here. But unfortunately we can't get at them because the air cleaner assembly is in the way. So what we'll have to do is undo that Jubilee clip, undo one over the back there, take the hoses off, disconnect this little rubber tube, unscrew these pegs that the engine cover fits over, and then the back end of the air filter, or the air filter housing, has got two plastic pegs that go into plastic sockets on the back of the engine. They're not screwed in, so they just need a good tug to lift them out. So I'm going to do that now. So that's the rear Jubilee clip, that's disconnected and I've lifted the pipe off. That's the front one, disconnected and the pipe off. I'll just stop the video whilst they unscrew the other bits. Right, so these are the pegs that hold the engine cover on. There's only these two which have got a washer on the bottom. Right, that's one off. Right, that's the other one off, and now there's an aeroplane going over, that's the back nose. I'm just going to tug on that to lift it off. Right, so it's loosened, and then if I tip it over, you can see there the sockets, and I don't think you can make them out there, but there's two pegs down the bottom that it rests on. Right, now you can see each of the coil packs has got a 10mm bolt holding it firmly in position. So I need to take those off. Just do one for now. Now then, strictly speaking, it's probably best to unplug the connection there, but there is actually enough movement that you can just pull it out and get at the plug that way. So I'll just undo the other two and then we'll carry on from there. Right, so now we've taken the coil packs off and we can get at the plugs, but you'll now need a special 16mm thin walled socket. Sorry it's a bit blurred, but it's got like a rubber ring inside to grip the plug when you lift it out. So now we're going to unscrew all those and lift them out. Now if you're wondering why it took a while, you see they've got a very long thread on the plugs. Well, that's sharp enough to you to see, and the socket is gripping it. So I'm now going to get a new plug, put a smear of copper grease around the thread and put that back in. No, it's just the reverse of how we started off. This is where the rubber washer comes in. It grips the plug so that when you turn it down it doesn't drop down in the hole and close up the points. So again, it'll take quite a while to screw it down because it's quite a long thread. So I'm just going to put all three back and then show you how to reassemble. Now, one of the potential problems with these very deep spark plugs is, depending on how well your socket set grips the socket, what can happen is when you pull the bar out, it leaves the socket down inside. I've just had that problem with this, so what I've done is I've just put a little squirt of lubricant around the rubber, and that one's come off okay. So I'll carry on and do the rest of them. Right, so that's the plugs back in. Put the coil packs back on. Nearly did the wrong one there. Right, and then I'll tighten those up and then carry on. Right, so that's the plugs refitted, the coil packs on and the coil pack screwed down. And I'm now going to refit the air filter housing. Now that's a bit more fiddly than taking it off, in that, I don't know if you can see, there's a black peg there and another one there that fits onto, but you can't see what you're doing. So I found it easier to feel for when it's turned over, the left hand one. You can feel the peg and you feel the hole. Get that one in and then snap the rest of it down. So I'll do that now and then we'll carry on. Right, now we're going to screw the pegs back in that the big engine cover goes over, which are down here. And here. So just those two. Right, tighten those up, then that goes back on. This one at the back goes back on. Tighten up the Jubilee clips, not forgetting this little hose that goes on a projection there. Then it's done, so I'll just tighten those up and then we'll start the engine up and make sure it's running okay. Right, the main engine cover is just decorative, so go inside the car, start it up, check everything's okay. And there we go, sweet as a nut. And that's how you swap the plugs on the 3-cylinder 1 litre Boosterjet Suzuki. Thanks for watching. Give us a tick if you like the video.